Okay, so I have a pretty balanced diet. I like to eat my greens, my vegetables, lean proteins, but every once in a while I get a huge hankering for Flaming Hot Cheetos. And I thought, how do I take it to the next level? With this Flaming Hot Cheeto Cheesecake. Yes, you heard right. It's happening right now. Let's do it. So we're gonna do a little bit of a twist on the traditional graham cracker crust. We're gonna start with the basics. So I have some graham crackers that have been crumbled up, a little bit of butter, not lying, a lot of butter, a touch of sugar to sweeten things up, and that will help the crust crisp up in the oven as well. And this is my secret and most favorite ingredient. It is called Tajin. It's a Mexican seasoning. It's a blend of lemon and chilies, and it's kind of like tangy and tart. It's so, so good, and that's gonna go in as well. You're just gonna give it a nice mix until it looks sandy in texture. I'm using a springform pan to make this cheesecake, and that will make it really easy for it to come out. So in go my graham cracker mixture, and then you just want to press it out. And you want a little bit of that mixture to come up along the edges and sides of the pan. And the reason why I use Tajin in the crust is because it's going to complement the flavors of the Flaming Hot Cheetos, which are also tangy and spicy. So just get it really nice and compact. That's looking pretty good. And now I'm going to put this in a 300-degree oven for about 13 minutes. My crust smells so buttery and rich. I just pulled it out of the oven, and while it's cooling, we're gonna work on the cream cheese filling. So I have a ton of cream cheese. That's a lot of cream cheese, but you're gonna be sharing with friends, so it's totally okay. Some sugar. This is a secret ingredient, a little bit of cornstarch. It's gonna add stability to the cheesecake, as well as some lime zest. So one of my favorite flavors of Flaming Hot Cheetos are the ones that are called limon, because they have this super citrusy kind of flavor to it. So I thought that we would make the cheesecake a lime flavor. So we're gonna go in with some lime zest and juice. And so the key to zesting any sort of citrus fruit is to keep it moving, because you don't wanna get any of that white pithy bit, because that's bitter. So you just want the green zest, because that's where all the great flavor is. That's smelling super, super fresh. And I think that's it for now. We're gonna just whisk this up. You can use a hand mixer, you can whisk it by hand, but I'm gonna use a stand mixer today because it's super easy. Get ready for it, we're gonna whisk. You wanna whisk this until it becomes really light and fluffy and creamy. So I'm just gonna scrape down the sides of the bowl a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna add my eggs. So I have 3 eggs that are gonna go in. And now we're gonna whisk it up again until the eggs are nice and incorporated. Now the mixture has taken on this beautiful sort of golden lemony color. That's looking great. And last but not least, our fresh lime juice, which is gonna add a ton of citrusy, zippy, tangy flavor. And that's all she wrote, you guys. Super, super simple. And now we're gonna transfer this to our crust. Scrape down the sides a little bit. All right, and we're gonna pour this luscious, delicious cream cheese mixture in. So good. Right on. So this is gonna go into a 300-degree oven for about 60 minutes. And then once it's done baking, I'm gonna leave it in the oven with the oven off for an additional hour for it to cool down. My cheesecake has cooled completely, and now is when things get fun. I am so excited for this part. So you're just gonna release your springform pan, lift off the top, and look, it comes away super, super easy. We're gonna add some Flaming Hot Cheetos. So what I did was I just pulverized them. They're the crispy ones, and then we're just gonna lay them all over the top. And the way I came up with this recipe is because whenever I eat Flaming Hot Cheetos, sometimes they get super, super spicy, and I figured that, you know, if I put this on top of a cheesecake, then like the creaminess of the cheesecake takes a little bit of the heat away. Yeah, girl, you know I got you covered. Awesome. And then just spread it out like this. That's a lot of Cheetos. But hey, if you're a Flaming Hot Cheetos fan, you're gonna love this. So you really want to press the Cheetos in there, otherwise they're gonna, you know, sort of fly away when you cut into it. So make sure that they're nice and compact like that. Now let's cut a slice. You guys psyched to see what it looks like on the inside? Ooh, crunch. Yes. Amazing. Oh yeah. Raw. That's what it's about, man. Holy. Let's go in, let's go in, let's do this. So we have the Tajin crust, the crispy Cheetos, and that lime cheesecake in the middle. That's insane. That is so, so good. Wow. You know, the thing about this cheesecake is that it's the perfect contrast between sweet, salty, spicy, and tangy. The lime really comes through in the cheesecake. You get that little bit of kick from the Tajin and the graham cracker crust. Those Cheetos, oh man. I would put Cheetos on everything, you guys. They're so, so good. Flaming Hot Cheetos Cheesecake. Who would have ever thought?